Hi gorgeous people, and welcome back to another video. Today's video will be a little bit different compared to what I usually post here on my channel, but I just figured that it doesn't really matter because I feel like this topic is so important and I feel like more people should talk about it, and that is how to be more happy and how to live a happier life. And I've been going through some really rough periods in my life, and I'm not going to talk about it in this video. I might be talking about that in another video, but in this video I'm gonna stick to the topic. And from those experiences I gained so much knowledge, not only about myself but also how to prevent myself from falling back into those dark times. So yeah, and that's also the reason why I'm making this video, because I just feel like I wish that someone would have told me these tips and tricks sooner to prevent myself from going through these really rough periods in my life. But I had to learn the hard way. So yeah, basically that's why I'm making this video, because I want to share these tips and tricks with you guys. So I don't really know the reason why you clicked on this video. It might be because you're going through a rough period right now, or it might be because you're interested in gaining knowledge on how to live a more happier life. But no matter the reason, I'm sure that these tips and tricks will help you in the same way they have helped me. So without further ado, let's get on with this video. So the first recommendation, or the first tip that I've incorporated in my life, is to stop comparing myself to other people. So yeah, the first recommendation is stop comparing yourself to other people. And this is quite obvious because we talk about it all the time, or I feel like people talk about it all the time, that you shouldn't compare yourself to your friends or to other people or to people on social media. But it's so difficult because in a way we're programmed to compare ourselves to people all the time. However, back in the days we lived in smaller societies. At best we had like 100 people or 100 persons to compare ourselves against. But nowadays, with all these social media platforms, the amount of people to compare yourself to, they're endless. And we're not very kind to ourselves when we compare ourselves to other people. We usually compare people's best features with our average ones. So we always have this feeling of not being enough or not being good enough, and that can be really damaging. And that's why we see so many people today that aren't happy with their lives, or aren't happy where they are in life, or aren't happy with how they look or the things they work with, etc. Because there's always someone out there that's going to be better at you at certain things. So we need to bear in mind that, of course, we can be anything, but we can't be best at everything. You know what I'm saying? And we also need to bear in mind that there's only one thing that you can be best at, and that is being you. I mean, you are unique, and we need to remember that we are unique human beings, and we have certain traits that other people are jealous at, and we need to be grateful for what we actually have and stop comparing ourselves to other people, because the people you're comparing yourself to, believe it or not, they are also going through some like rough periods in their life. It can be depression, or they can be unhappy in relationships, so they can have like family dramas, things that we don't really see. So we need to stop comparing ourselves to other people, and we need to do that today. And my recommendation for that would be to maybe to just take a pause from social media. Just pause it. Maybe you can delete the apps or whatever. Maybe not delete the accounts you have, but delete the apps so that you can't go in and compare yourself to other people. Just take a pause from everything. Just take a break, basically. So think about that for a little bit, but that would be my recommendation. So the second thing is that each day write down 5 things that you're grateful for. And this might sound cheesy, but it actually works, because when you write down the things you're grateful for, you change your focus. So instead of focusing on the things you don't have, you focus on the things you actually have, and you feel grateful for them. So in a sense, you rewire your brain to be more grateful. And you know, with gratefulness comes happiness, so those two things goes hand in hand. So start doing that today. It can be in the morning or in the afternoon, or when you go to bed. Just write down 5 things you're grateful for, and you'll thank me later. I'm sure of it. Okay, so the third thing is to exercise at least 5 times a week, because studies have shown that exercising causes the same structural changes to the brain as antidepressants. So if you're not exercising, and especially if you're not doing cardio, then you might, or you should consider it as a part of your weekly routine. Because yeah, studies have shown that it makes us happier, so there's no reason for us not to do it, basically. Okay, so the fourth one is to meditate daily. And also here, studies have also shown that meditation actually increases our levels of serotonin and endorphin, which is pretty amazing when you think about it. And from personal experience, I just think that meditation is so peaceful because it helps you become more aware of your emotions and thoughts, and it feels like in a way that you're no longer a victim to your monkey mind. You can more easily detect negative thoughts, and you can also decide not to believe in them, which is pretty amazing. So I feel like meditation is really, really good if you want to live a happier lifestyle, because you feel just more calm and it feels like a reset. So if you're really angry or really sad or whatever, and then you sit down and meditate, it feels like all that anger and all that sadness goes away in a sense, and you feel more calm. And you realize that just because I have a certain emotion in my body doesn't mean that I have to identify with it. Of course you can be sad, of course you can be angry. I'm not talking about like those real raw emotions. I'm talking about, for example, I used to stand in the mirror and like, oh my god, I need to lose weight, oh my god, I'm so ugly, blah blah blah, I need to change this, I need to change that. But you know, those are just thoughts. They're not true, they're not logical at all. Especially from my standpoint, they're not logical at all. So usually we're very harsh towards ourselves. If you think about it, we don't think that kind of ourselves. Maybe some of you do, but I feel like it's common that you don't think kind thoughts about yourself. You're very harsh, you're very judgmental, and we need to improve that. And I feel like meditating is definitely a way of improving that, or to at least detect negative thoughts about ourselves and also about others, you know. So when we stop judging others, and also when we stop judging ourselves, we become happier, we become more content. So yeah, with that said, I feel like you should meditate daily. If you skip a day or two, that's fine. But if you want to live a happier lifestyle, then I would definitely consider incorporating meditation into your lifestyle. And the fifth one is to live in the moment. And I got really inspired when I read a book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you haven't read that book, please do. It changed my life completely. But the core in that book is to basically live in the now. And the pain that we humans feel, or the anxiety that we might experience, happens when we either live in the past or in the future. When we think about the past, for example, we think about all the things that we could have done differently, and that gives us anxiety. And when we think about the future, we think about the unknown, what could happen. For example, if you're studying for an exam, you might be worried that you won't pass your exam. But if we just look at the now, just right now, this second, we don't have any problems usually. But like at this second, I'm sitting in my apartment, I'm talking to you guys, I'm drinking a cup of coffee, I'm content. Like I don't have any issues right now, I don't have any problems. And when we live in the now, we become more happy. We need to practice meditation so that we more easily can live in the moment. Yeah. So I tried to express myself the best I could. My English is not the best at the moment, but I hope that you liked this video. Please let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. maybe your own recommendations. Maybe you have invaluable knowledge that you want to share. Comment below. Let's help each other to become more happy. And with that said, have a wonderful day. Maybe enjoy the sun, or enjoy a cup of coffee, or whatever you love to do. And I'll see you in another video. Okay. Bye. And also, sorry for my one nail. Can't remove it. Oh my god. Okay. Bye.